Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? How you doing? So, on this video, I'm just gonna talk about Red Dead Redemption 2, and we'll have a little talk about Red Dead Redemption. Obviously, what you're seeing here, it's Samsung Q8FN. In case you guys are wondering, yes, that's what it is. It's Samsung Q8FN. That's what I'm playing it on, and of course, it's gonna look great. It should look great. It's a very expensive TV. It has over billions of colors and all that good jazz. So yes, of course it's going to look good. It should look good. All right. Anyway, let's talk about... By the way, this is without HDR. And look what Quantum Dot is doing here. Without HDR, and look what it's doing. Okay? Now let's talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. It'll be a long video. I want to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. Here's what I know. All I know is this. The game is going to be over 100 gigabytes. That's what I heard. Over 100 gigabytes long. That's including the updates as well. You have to consider the updates. So all of that stuff is going to accumulate something to like 100 gigabytes. So you got to have 100 gigabytes space available on your hard drive, number one. And number two, the installation is going to take a long time to install the game. And number three, the updates also will take a long time to install. These are the rumors that I know. This is what I know. Now, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Listen, like in Grand Theft Auto 5, once you install the game, once you update the game, then you're going to be good to go. Whatever updates you get next, going to be very fast, you know. But the first time you do it, this is why it's important that you preload the game, that you already download it and then install it. Now, I don't know if they're going to allow you to install the game. You're going to have to wait, obviously, till midnight, this Thursday midnight, to do that, okay? You guys have to remember, we only have like 5 days left till Red Dead Redemption 2. And where's my horse anyway? I don't know what I did with my horse. I can't remember. Oh, I got a whistle. He'll come back. Anyway, so is that a big deal? No, it's not. I don't care. Listen, I'm gonna download the game at night, and then when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna install it, and then during the day, when I start making the videos, the game will be ready and everything. But I just want you to know that this is gonna be a huge game. Huge game. I mean, a very hefty game. I also heard a rumor, I don't know if this is true, that there will be 2 discs for the installation. If you buy physical media, you're going to have 2 discs to install it. That's how big it is. But let's talk about the game. You know, obviously everybody suspected, everybody knew it's going to be a huge game, a huge file, obviously. You know, it's a hefty, big, gigantic world, a lot of hours. There's so many things happening on that game, you know. You'll be playing that. Think of Red Dead Redemption 2 as Grand Theft Auto Wild Wild West. That's what it is. It's a Grand Theft Auto Wild West. That's what it is. Except they're not using the cars, they're using the horse. Alright? That's pretty much what it is. What about the graphics? You know, this is something that's people been asking me ever since they announced Red Dead Redemption 2. It's always been this whole fiasco whether or not Xbox One X will look better than the PlayStation 4 Pro version. Looking at it from a technical point of view, considering that the Xbox One X has more power, has more RAM, it should be a higher resolution. But I also heard a rumor that it's not going to be like 1900p. It's not going to be dynamic. I heard a rumor. Now, I don't know. Again, Please, guys, don't nail me to the cross, okay? This is a rumor I heard. And you got to remember, you can take it as something that's accurate, 100%. It's a rumor. So if you take a rumor seriously, then you're stupid for taking a rumor seriously. This is a rumor I heard, that it might be running at native 4K on the Xbox One X. That, honestly, guys, let's be real. I mean, they're using a very complex engine. They're using a very big, open, complex world. There's so much stuff in there that needs to be rendered. Don't expect it to be native 4K, guys, with the HDR. And I'm being like... I'm not saying that Xbox One X could not handle it. It could, but there would be a lot of stuttering, there would be a lot of problems, a lot of hiccups, a lot of bugs. It wouldn't run smooth. Okay? I'm just simply saying the Rockstar is not going to take that risk. Okay, they want to make sure that the game is selling well. They don't want any problems with the game. They want to make sure that it's running smooth. So what they're going to do, most likely what you're going to see, it's going to be 1900p. And listen, guys, 1900p, it's pretty freaking darn good for Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay? Let me repeat that one more time. 1900p, it's almost near native 4K, almost. It's pretty freaking darn good. So I don't want to hear it. If it's 1900p, you should be happy and celebrate. That's pretty darn good for an Xbox One X, okay? However, we don't know yet. Nobody has any, no one has a copy yet, so we don't know. I don't know if Digital Foundry has a copy. If they do, I'm sure there's an embargo. They have to wait to lift the embargo so they can release the specs and everything. I'm pretty sure sometime Monday or Tuesday, I think probably by Tuesday, I'm pretty sure by Monday or Tuesday we're going to see some sort of tests and comparisons between PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X. But this video is just me rambling and giving you my ideas, my thoughts. All of these things could be wrong. Maybe it's not going to be 1900p. Maybe it's going to be 1800p. Maybe it's going to be dynamic resolution that fluctuates between 1600, 1800, and 1900. Maybe PlayStation 4 Pro, it's going to be checkerboard 1440p. They're not going to use dynamic resolution. I don't know. But look, the bottom line is this. No matter what resolution, both games will have HDR, and both games will utilize pretty much identical graphics. It's just a matter of resolution that's going to be the key factor here. Like which version of the game is going to benefit from a higher detail of resolution. That's where the key factor is going to be. Obviously, Xbox One X, everybody expects that Xbox One X is going to do that. And it should do that. Xbox One X should do that. Xbox One X has the power to handle it. So, I mean, we shouldn't be surprised if we hear that the Xbox One X is running at a higher resolution, higher resolution than PlayStation 4 Pro. That's something that the PlayStation owners should accept and face that fact till PlayStation 5 comes out. Okay? That's just something that you guys are going to have to deal with that till PlayStation 5 comes out. Why? Because developers can squeeze more power from Xbox One X. Therefore, it gives them more room to render at higher resolution. Source high resolution. That's why. That doesn't mean that you're going to have a shitty experience on PlayStation 4 version. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just simply saying the one version will have a better detail, sharper detail than the the other version. Okay? Listen, man, I'm still impressed what I'm seeing even here. Like, look at this is the original Red Dead Redemption, and look how beautifully it looks. Yes, higher resolution, it's important, guys. What they basically did here, they bumped up the higher resolution. And look what higher pixel density will do to a game like this. Okay, guys, you gotta remember, higher resolution brings the detail. So is the higher resolution important? Well, yeah. If you want to appreciate, listen, if you want to appreciate all of the detail that's being put into the game, if you want to appreciate high dynamic range with all of that pixel detail, you gotta have a higher pixel detail resolution. That's what it is. Higher pixel means higher detail. The higher the pixel count, the better the detail. The lower the pixel count, the worse detail. Okay? So, everyone should, I mean, this should be something that should be already self-explanatory. Everyone should understand this. Everyone should have, you know, understanding that pixels bring the detail. It's not the graphics. Sure, the graphics are nice, but imagine if I was playing to you let's say for example, some Unreal Engine demo with all of the tessellation and everything, all of the graphical enhancements, everything set to maximum, and then I was playing it to you in 720p. It doesn't matter if you're using a state-of-the-art, even if you were using Decima engine. Imagine me using a Decima engine with photorealistic, let's say photorealistic graphics, and I was playing it to you hypothetically in 720p. You're not going to see that detail. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter even if the graphics are photorealistic. Even, let's say hypothetically, the graphics are photorealistic. If you are watching that graphics, quote unquote, quote in the air, photorealistic graphics in 720p, you're not going to appreciate that detail because you're not getting any detail. Resolution, higher pixel density, it's where it counts. Okay, this is why we talk about 4K. This is why I have this channel, because resolution is a very important part. Yes, HDR is nice. Of course, HDR plays a huge role, but without that resolution, that HDR wouldn't be able to sustain itself. Okay? I hope you guys understand how important the resolution is. Yes, HDR is, it's of course important too. It's a very important fact to it too. But if you don't have that resolution, that HDR also doesn't mean anything. Without that resolution, without that detail. You know. Oh, hello there. How are you? Mind if I sit here and listen to your stories and let me sit at the camp? Yeah. So, what else I want to say here? I mean, I don't even know why we even have to. Here's what the one thing I have learned while doing this YouTube channel is I have learned just how much people didn't know, even me included when I first started, how much people didn't know when it comes to resolutions and how important role the resolutions are that they play on the televisions. You know, everybody's so stuck on color gamut, HDR, black levels, contrast ratio. Yes, all of these are important accolades. Of course they're important. They all need each other. But the most important priority ingredients, it's always going to be that resolution. At what resolution are we watching this? Okay? If you look at the evolution of televisions, it's always been 480i interlaced, 1080, 720p, and then 1080i interlaced, and then 1080p came along, and 1080p HD TVs was a big, big jump, leap forward, because we have never experienced a detail like this before. Okay? So, it's always started with resolutions, guys. Resolutions, it's what keeps the evolution of TVs. Okay? That's always been the most important key factor on televisions. And it's always going to be the most important key factor. So, my whole point about resolution is, getting back to the Red Dead Redemption 2, is, yes, guys, the Xbox One X version ultimately is going to be the best version to go with this Friday. Why? Well, I told you exactly why. Because of the higher resolution detail. That's why. You know? It doesn't matter if they have identical graphics or not. With higher resolution, with 1900p, I'm guessing it's 1900p, you will appreciate the texture detail, all of that hard work that went into rendering that game, making that game look so beautiful in that big open world, dynamic weather, time of season, daylight, nighttime, morning time, dynamic weather, all of these elements. All of this stuff will be much better presented if you have a higher pixel density. Okay? Well, let's talk about the game. What do I think about the game? Do I think the game is gonna break all the records? Yes. I mean, the game's already sold out, pre-orders are gone. The only copy, Ultimate Edition, you can get is the digital copy. If you want to get a physical copy of Ultimate Edition, good luck. Now it's too late. You can't get one. Not that it matters to me. Everything I do is mainly digital. Honestly, I mean, I'm not really stuck up that much on video games and physical media. I'm mainly movies, physical media. You know what I mean? You still have to install that game. You know what I mean? Yes, you still have the game. It's not on somebody's server. You don't have to download it. But, you know, it's just a preference. It's kind of, I don't know. To me, it's easier to just at night, at midnight, click, boot up the game, get it ready, get it rolling. You know, it's just convenience. Yes, the game is going to sell over millions and millions of copies. By the end of the year, it will probably be billions of copies. It's going to make billions of dollars next year. I'm sure statistics in January, February will be about billions of dollars. And in some cases, I believe it's going to surpass Grand Theft Auto 5. When was the Grand Theft Auto 5 released? In 2012, was it? 2012 or 2010? Was it 2000? I don't know. I forgot. Is it 2010 or 2012? I forgot. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it will surpass the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 sales altogether on Grand Theft Auto 5. It will surpass Grand Theft Auto 5. There's no doubt in my mind. It will surpass Grand Theft Auto 5. So yes, the game's going to be a huge success. It's going to break all kinds of records. None of this should be shocking. So, you know, I don't want to hear, oh my God, did you hear the news? Like, no. What news? That Red Dead Redemption 2 is dominating in sales? No. Why is that so shocking? So no one should be shocked, please. I don't want to hear people saying, oh my God, can you believe it? No, no, no. Yes, I can believe it. Just like I believed a year ago that it's going to dominate when it's being released. Okay? Everyone should know that. I don't know what else I can say about the game. It's going to be great. I'm going to do a bunch of tests on it. I'm going to dedicate Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, meaning October 26th, Friday, and then the 27th, Saturday, and then 28th, Sunday. Those 3 days just testing the game. So I really won't have time to enjoy to play it. I'll just be mainly doing tests and comparisons on all my televisions. It's going to be mainly Q8FN versus TCL and Sony X900E. We'll do some tests and comparisons and stuff like that. I'm going to try to squeeze in maybe some live stream, but I don't think a lot of people will be watching that live stream, even if I do it, because people don't want to get spoiled, and I don't blame them, you know. But other than that, which one is mine? Oh, this is mine. I'm sorry. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say in this long video. This is like a prelude to, is that the right word? When something is before it's being released. Prelude, yeah. It's like if you want to use the word prelude or pre Red Dead Redemption talk. Okay. I think the prelude means before. Yeah, before it's being released. That's what the prelude means, right? If I'm not correct on this, please correct me. Use the grammar. I know you guys will correct me on this word anyway, if I'm wrong. So I know there's YouTube grammars out there. They're going to correct me. So the prelude, are you sure that's the correct word? I don't know, I guess. But you know what I mean. This is a video that's pre Red Dead Redemption 2 talk. And I'm excited. Everyone should be excited. You know, the Xbox One X version, obviously, guys, should be your pick. You know, there's no doubt in my mind that the Rockstar will utilize a high resolution on the Xbox One X. I could be wrong. This video is not about me being 100%. There's nothing here that's 100%. This is just me talking out of my ass. Really, it's just me talking out of my ass and giving you my honest opinions and thoughts. I could be wrong about everything. Okay? Maybe they will be able to squeeze some magic out of PlayStation 4 Pro and run the game at 1600p. I don't know. And that's pretty darn good too. So I have no idea. Maybe it's going to run in 84K. I don't know. But that's highly unlikely because they want to keep that steady frame rate and rendering. You got to remember, it's a big, gigantic game. It's a huge game. Gigantic game. So, most likely scenario you'll be seeing this Friday, it's 1900p. Dynamic resolution. And that's fine. If it fluctuates between 1800, 1900, that's fine. That's fine. Even if it fluctuates 1700, 1800, 1900, that's still fine. I'm okay with that. Okay? So anyway, there you have it, guys. I don't know what else to say. I think I said everything I needed to say. I talked about the resolution, how important resolution is versus the graphics. Yeah, man, can't wait to play that game. Can't wait to test it. And just to see how marvelous that game is. There was some spoilers where they say the beginning of the game starts in some kind of snowy region during the winter, probably in Colorado, somewhere out there, Montana, who knows. So, anyway, that's the beginning of the game. Well, anyway, that's all I got to say. Look, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, maybe... Hey, if I'm correct, if it's 900p, then I'll be damned, you know, then I'm shit, man. Pretty good guess, right? But we'll see. We'll see. Hey, listen, guys, thank you for subscribing and supporting and being active on my channel. I really do appreciate that, man. I really do. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate that. I'll see you later. Take care. All right, Colonel. That's enough talk today. Turn this off.